don't go back around certain types of people, that shows you did not to be trusty. Now, this don't mean that you always look at every single negative thing about a situation, because remember, nothing is perfect, right? So I'm not talking about that. Know who to be patient with, know who to cut off. But what I'm saying is that if somebody is talking about you, or that you see all the signs around you, sometimes as humans, we give people the benefit of the doubt too much. And we know they're talking behind our back. Because a lot of times, if somebody is always coming to you talking about somebody else, more than likely they're talking about you too, right? And so it's like, if you know that they're not defending you, because I hate when a person, how they be like, oh, so-and-so was talking about you. But if you cool with the other person that's telling you that somebody else is talking about you, why do they feel so comfortable to be in that person's presence? To say something negative about you, if they really rock with you, you understand what I'm saying? Because if I really rock with somebody and somebody comes to me and say something negative about somebody that I'm cool with, that ain't gonna sit right with my spirit. So it's like, why do people assume that and think, oh, I was just joking? It was just a joke. And again, it's nothing wrong with having fun, laughing, inside jokes, dark humor, all of that. But at the same time, it's a difference between people actually trying to laugh at you. You see what I'm saying? Not laughing with you, because we close and we tease each other, but laughing at you like behind your back. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then it's like they'll come back around you later on because they want you to forgive them. And I'm not saying that you can't forgive and leave a situation, in the Most High hands. But what I'm saying is, don't become so lonely inside that you feel like, oh, it's history there. Or because that person said sorry or whatever the situation pretty much may be. Sometimes certain people gonna have to just miss your presence. They're gonna have to taste your accents, because that's the only way they're gonna fully respect you. You know how people is when they try to somewhat change up for a couple of days, a couple of hours even. And then next, they go back to the same, doing the same thing they was doing prior before, playing in your face again. Not being real again, talking behind your back. Making it seem like, they were so real and genuine and this and that, the third. But then you realize all the time, all the red flags, it's like it's hitting you. First it was probably subtle. Then it's getting a little bit, how when you like throwing the ball a little bit, you like, it's a little subtle, right? Then it's starting to, it's coming at you a little bit hard now. Look, it's hitting. You see that? You hear that? Now it's coming at you. It's like warning, 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 warning. And a lot of times, if you want to be around somebody, or you trying to just fit in or whatever you're trying to do, and you around the wrong crowd, you're going to keep on feeling disrespected. You're going to feel outcasted. You're going to feel like you don't feel alone even when you're around somebody, because you're not really, that's not your tribe. That's not the people that God has for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because God may have certain types of people that he wanted to bring in your life for a lifetime. But when you are surrounding yourself around people that don't really mean you know well, he can't bring you to the promised land, because you hanging out with people that don't, that's not even good for your spirit. Every time you're around them, you feel disrespected. You feel outcasted. They was talking behind your back. They always making it seem like you the problem. They always making you feel like you the weird one. But in reality, it's really don't. They weird. They the weirdos. You understand what I'm trying to say? They the ones that's truly, really weird. Something's not right with them. But when God brings you certain types of people in your life, right? That you got your own little group, whether it's 2 or 3, maybe 4, and depending on if you want to add more later on, in the future. But you will feel more better, because that's the people that's truly meant to be in your life. That's going to be good for your spirit. That's going to have your back. That's going to defend you. That's going to be there to truly protect you. And it's a genuine connection from both sides. But now the truth is coming out, right? So you want people that's going to truly be there, because I'm telling you this right now. If you listen to my video, I've had this happen to myself. And God is still revealing things and letting people know what's up. And letting them know that the lies they tried to tell on me, or the fraud, or whatever they tried to do, now is being exposed. And they probably thought maybe you thought God forgot. Right? God didn't forget. Right? So now it's coming out now. Now certain types of people want to be scared now. Now they worry now. Now you want to text or call and say, oh, I'm sorry now. But they wasn't saying that before. And I don't care how much money people got. You know how they say people be really wicked out here. And now try to do some crazy things on people because of the mug they have to try to make somebody look bad or trying to ruin somebody. You know what I'm trying to say from the devil? That's why I always say, stay true to yourself. I said that before in my message yesterday. I said stay true to yourself because there's people out here, they'll be saying things like, look, I got a lot of money and stuff like that. I want to do this with you and I'll pay you $6 billion. You want integrity though. You understand what I'm not just saying. Your integrity, your dignity. Now you got the man that's, they go through things too. They could be man whores as well too. You becoming man whores or doing things that, that they're not supposed to be doing. And they'll, say, hey, look, we're going to give you about 10 million or $10 billion. But you're going to have sex with a few of these men and you're going to have to do some strange things. Are you with it? You understand what I'm trying to say? So I feel like certain people, they want to, get people to do certain types of things because they're trying to make you look bad. So then they can blackmail you and they could be able to say, see, I told you so-and-so was like that. Or they'll get you in trouble and then you got to go to jail or something negatively happen. You don't have all the answers and they'll say, see, didn't I tell you? They just trying to see, the cameras out, see, I told you, to make you look bad so it can prove a point to them. Sometimes I gotta say, look, I'm about to go. I see where this is going, and you know what? Let me pack my bag. And sometimes people may say things like, look, I've had a problem with you. Or I don't like you. And sometimes it's the devil within them that's causing them to say these things because they want a reaction. So it's either okay, no one just get out of there. Get your bag and just go ahead and get out and leave because what's going to happen is that it's going to go from one thing to another and it's not going to look too pretty. It's going to get real ugly. All right? And it doesn't have to always be violence, but it could be other forms. And if that's the case, take the bags and just go ahead and get out. Because some people, they want to make up a narrative about somebody because they got problems with them. They're trying to cause issues. And then they run around talking about people and nobody's not defending that person. Say, hey, look, she's not even like that, bro. You kind of overly doing it right now. You over-exaggerating. Keep that person name out your mouth. Why you always got something to say? Look, you understand what I'm trying to say. You always got something to say. But you ain't got you can't even back it up. And even then, you still don't even have all the answers. You trying to make that person look bad because you got some bad motive or something like that. You want something else right now, trying to make somebody else look bad and you ain't even being true. God gonna deal with you. He gonna deal with you in his own way because you know what you're doing. You know you ain't being real. And because, they at a certain, sometimes, they at a certain position in your life, they don't care about what they're saying because they feel like, well, I have a certain type of status. I don't care how much somebody they got, it's all temporary. The devil have given them that God. You can't buy your way into success. Okay, you can't buy your integrity back. You can't buy true connections. You can't even buy a true friend. You can get a fake friend. You can even get a fake marriage with somebody. I don't even feel jealous about that marriage because it was not ordained anyways. God didn't bless that marriage. God didn't see him that I'm having to say, yes, this is my will. I'm on something new. Ain't no point in you trying to recounsel with somebody from your past. Sometimes those doors need to be closed permanently. All right, that's that person lesson, and you keep on moving forward and keep going because there's a lot of people out here, they want you to, do some strange things for a piece of change. They're thinking that saying certain types of things gonna make you change your mind. No, stand your ground, even if somebody else don't understand it, because in the long run, it's gonna pay up, and then you're gonna realize you're gonna wish that you never made a decision that you made because most people gonna lie to you anyways. God gonna tell you who really fought for you. He can reveal that to you. You really close to him, or you pray to him about what's going on. But most people, they gonna lie to you because they get a benefit out of you. Some people gonna keep it real with you. That's your real friends. Like, look, friend, I love you. I don't know about that way. I really care about you, but another Hennessy bottle, ain't nothing wrong with drinking in moderation, but that's your 10th bottle. You understand what I'm trying to say, but most of these people out here, they throw you under the bus or telling about you, to somebody else to make you look bad. And the next, they hanging out with them again and laughing with them. But she was just talking about him yesterday. Where they do that at? Where the love at? That's like me open up my refrigerator and say, oh, put a whole bunch of food up in there. And then you open it up and then this ain't no food. It's like, ain't the love at, right? Where the food at? I don't see nothing. I don't feel nothing. And like you understand what I'm trying to say, I just don't got time for that. So once God wake you up spiritually wise, let you know what's going on around here. Because you know how they say money talks? But your integrity gonna walk.